Hey, and welcome back to the Road to the Great Canadian Open Winter 2026. My name is Clarence, and this is my painting series as you follow me as I paint up my Brotherhood Without Banners army, 1 hour a day, 1 day at a time. The point of this video series is to hopefully inspire people to paint their armies and to show you what you can do if you just chip away at painting a little bit every day. I know that not everyone can paint 1 hour a day, but if you can try and find yourself 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, and just work a little bit every day, you'd be surprised at what you can accomplish. So today, I'm working on my Sword Knights. Let's see where they're at and where we're going to go. So here is where we left off. Pretty much all the cloth work and skin on the horses are done, and we get to finally start working on the knights themselves. Now, the knights are mostly armor, and for that I'm going to use probably a standard like medium tone silver, wash it with some Nuln oil, and then I may go back with a one-line highlight to brighten up a little bit. We'll see about that. But they also have some cloth aspects. Some of them have cloth boots, some of them have cloth on their forearms, some of them have gloves on. So I feel like I'm going to do those details first, and then I'm going to do the metal at the end, because the metal can cover up any mistakes that I make. So I'll probably do some obvious things first, like the banner shaft, the banner. Some of them have these bedrolls that I'll do. Yeah, we'll just do one little detail at a time, and we'll move on. So 1 hour painting starts now. 1 hour and 10 minutes later, we are back. So I didn't bother filming in between because there's just so many little steps that took, fractions amount of time. I just thought I'd keep plugging through and getting it stuff done. So I painted the bedrolls in the back with the off-white skeleton horde, painted the cords with snakebite leather. I went in, most of them have some sort of like roby skirt thing, which I painted either green or yellow with warp block green or Nazdrag yellow. I painted their boots with wildwood. A lot of the boots are close to the saddle, so I wanted them to be a slightly different color. I think the stirrups, the cloth parts, were done with the snakebite leather, and then the actual stirrup itself I will paint with some metal tone. Then they had a lot of belts, straps going across their chest, etc., which I did with snakebite leather. And then on their sleeves, like this guy, you can kind of see the sleeves on the Bannerman, the sleeves on this mace guy here, or this Morningstar guy. I did it with Basilicum Gray as it's kind of a, inside color, which I don't really want to pop out. So, yeah, all in all, it took about an hour and change. I did the banner with Imperial Fist Yellow to match the peasants. And I think I'm getting to a point where I'm pretty much down to the metal, skin tone, and last details such as hair, etc., etc. So, looking pretty good. Not bad for an hour's worth of work. So that's it for painting today, folks. Hopefully you are still being inspired by the painting. Hopefully you are trying to make up your own painting schedule and keep along as well. And stay tuned for some extra content. And we are back at X-Planet Games against Brian again and his Targaryen. So it's actually a very similar list to last time. We're playing a Feast of Crows. We've got a throw a panic token out here. We've got extra hand size over here. We got Drogon, and Jorah has been is going to replace the Freedman because he don't die for free. Yep. We got some Pit Fighters of Belwas for the Battle Scars. We've got Brazen Beasts with Marcelin and Miri for the extra heals. We got Rhaegal. And then for NCUs, I don't see a Tycho. We see a Varys,
Illyrio,
Zaro, and Danny because the 1 point made the Freedman Jorah. Got it.
Yep.
And then on my side, I was actually going to try a new list instead of Barrack. I was going to try Cat Commander. But I decided to go with my Thoros list. So Thoros in Pikeman with Edric Dane. We've got, what's his name again? Tom Seven Strings. I left him at home by accident. So that's Tom in Peasants for Taunt. We've got Hot Pie in Archers. We've got Stormcore Mercs with Gendry. We've got Sword Knights with a Fortune Seeker. And my NCUs are Caitlyn, Ravella, and Varys. So basically I'm trying this list. I'm not trying the Sentinel list or anything like that because I want to see if this makes a difference. So we're playing Feast of Crows off to end of round 1. End of round 1, because Caitlyn influenced Drogon, Drogon decided to hang back. For the Brotherhood, my stuff mostly pushed forward, and then I did a, what's it called? Something reposition over here. So I am in range to shoot, what's his name again? Jorah.
This unit here needed 3 up the charge. Unfortunately, rolled a 1, but passed their panic test. This unit of Stormcrows were here, and we're considering moving this way towards that objective, but since he's showing some aggression, they decided to push forward instead to reinforce Thoros. So that's our positioning end of round 1 into round 2. End of round 2. What went down? So basically, the Brazen Beasts went for a charge, rolled 2 1s in a row with devastating impact to have a softish charge onto Thoros. He killed 5 wounds, but then I played Sudden Retreat. Because of Edric, I healed 3. And then I countercharged in, did a bunch of damage. Knights charged in, did a bunch of damage. But he stayed alive with some Illyria tokens. Over here, some shooting. Because of Zaro, Zaro's been very useful, reducing the number of shots coming at. He got shot twice, but because of the bag and etc., he's only taken 1 wound total. They charged into here, killed a bunch, but between the Ravella token and the Knight's attack, they healed 4 extra wounds. They fell back. Drogon's trying to get into the game. Rhaegal took 2 wounds because of Caitlyn. This unit, unfortunately, was in the front, so they could not support, but now they're in the flank to maybe jump in. Very bloody game. 0-0 still. We're both ignoring objectives, just killing each other. Off to round 3. Alright, end of 3. We're going to call it a game. So, unfortunately, the dragons have just been really unlucky for Brian. This dragon charged into the peasants, rolled a 1. They did feel panic, but, they're still alive. This dragon, if he rolled a 3-up charge into Thoros, he had Dany Unburnt playable. He would have gotten 2 bites off and crippled the unit probably. He rolled a 2. So he took 1 rune from Caitlyn. He did some very clever supply aiding to heal her back to full. He also had overrun, it turns out, for even more carnage. But because he failed the charge, the Knights charged in, dealt 6 wounds, brought him down to 1, and he's on his last wound. I'm in combat, and then we double-checked Caitlyn. Caitlyn actually resolves before the NCU replacement would have done it, so he would have died to Caitlyn before he got to swing, which is kind of crazy. So, unfortunate game for Brian. I'm sure he'll get me the 3rd time. Thank you, Brian, for the game. And, yeah, so, I tried a new list versus the dragons. Last time I did the Barrack to use Sentinel. This time around I used Caitlyn, and I think, and I could be wrong, but it felt like Caitlyn was really crippling because it literally held Drogon back in his deployment zone round 1. You don't want to take 2 wounds for free. And then it also sprinkled wounds on Rhaegal too, which also hurt. So even though this army is a little more static, it only has 2 versatile fast pieces, the Caitlyn really helped against this matchup. So kind of did what it's supposed to do. We'll see if it continues.